What's happening, Flipping Cricket fans? It's Sam once again. We in the house. It's raining outside. We got some reels and some lures on the table. Let's talk. Let's talk about gear ratios, reels, and what lures to use with certain types of gear ratios the way we do it. Here at Flipping Crickets, myself anyway, my side of Flipping Crickets, I pretty much use a 5 series, a 6 series, and a 7 series. I'm not going to say that an 8 and higher is not necessary, but I will say what I use, I like, and I'm going to explain why in this video. So we're going to start out with the 7 series. That's your 7 5-to-1s, your 7 1-to-1 gear ratios. Pretty much the same. Only difference is the spool size and diameter is different, and the amount of line that each reel holds is different. Not enough to tell as far as when you're fishing. Now, 7 is the highest I go, because the higher you go, the more torque you lose. So with the 7, you see all Lew's reels here. We're not sponsored by Lew's, but that's what I like. I like their reels. So I have the Lew's here. This is a 7 5-to-1, pretty good reel. This is the Lew's 7 5-to-1 speed spool Mach 1. Catch them on sale sometime now. I can get them for like $75 sometime, catching them new from people offline, or maybe less than $100 in the store. So I mainly throw braid on my reels that are like 7 1-to-1. Reason for, I have a ability to really crank up. With the 7 5-to-1, I mainly use braid as my line, and then I do braid to leader. And the reason for it is because it gives me a lot more versatility, and I can do different things with it. Majority of the time, I'm using 40-pound braid, which is roughly 10-pound test in diameter. I get a lot of cast distance out of it, and I can go up in my leader as far as strength. Now I have 3 lures in front of it. I'm going to start out with the football jig. When it's summertime or wintertime and you're out dragging points, to me, 7 1-to-1 gets it done. It gives me enough torque on those real long casts, so when I hit a good fish, I can really crank down on him and turn his head. Seemingly with the 8 series and higher in reel, you kind of lose a lot of that strength in your drag there. So I like to actually utilize the 7 1s, 7 5-to-1s to really keep that torque. You don't have as much, gain on your line, but you can actually speed up, as we all do at times, to get our stuff in a little faster. So 3 lures here that I use with the 7 5-to-1. You see the big worm, of course. You see the big worm. And then I just showed you the football jig. Now, out of the 3, I chose to do a buzz bait. Only reason I chose a buzz bait is because if you try to do it with one of these other speed of reels, you would actually struggle to keep it above water. I throw most of my top water lures on a 7 1-to-1 or a 7 5-to-1. So when it comes to anything that I'm moving with my rod, if I'm working it with my rod and gaining line, I want the highest speed gear ratio reel that I have to gain as much line as possible. And I choose the 7 series or the 7 gear ratio, 7 5-to-1 or 7 1-to-1 for 2, gain line faster, 3, torque. All right, so on to the 6 series. This is a 6 4-to-1, 6 4-to-1, and this is the Laser MG by Lew's. I like that reel in particular. For one, it's inexpensive and it works. And when I say it works, I mean I haven't had it fail on me fishing tournaments. Like when it's real cold outside, I haven't had it freeze up on the inside or anything. Yeah, I know there's a lot better reels out there. I choose to fish with something around $100, anywhere from $50 to $100 range. You do what you choose. I get it. But when I can get them a little cheaper and they won't freeze up on me, and when it's 30 degrees or 28 degrees in the morning or 15 degrees in the morning and it works still, more power to me. But when I do that, when I choose that 641, it's going to be most likely one of these applications. Either going to be a square bill, a chatterbait, or a spinnerbait. Now, with that being said, I don't really use my rod to work any of these lures. That 6 series is a reel that I actually use to control the speed and put motion into these lures, and they impart their own action when being moved by the reel. I don't really want to use a 7-1. For one, it has more torque than this reel, the 7, and over a long period of time, if you're cranking, reeling, and cranking and continuously cranking throughout the day, you'll grow less tired with this 6 than this 7. The 7 will put a little more work on you than the 6 will. So I choose to use a 6 series, whether it be 6.4 to 1, 6.8 to 1, gear ratio reels. I choose that 6 series because I'm utilizing the reel more than the rod. So the line stays tight the entire time. And my lure does the work and imparts its own action. And I use a rod that will be able to torque when the fish load up on it. So 6.4 to 1 is a great reel speed to use, all around reel speed. And this is stuff I'm talking about. I know you know, but it's really good. This is just what I do. And I felt like this is something I wanted to share with my viewers. So thank y'all for watching. And so this 6.4 to 1 is a great all-around speed for anything you want to do moving. You could actually throw a buzzbait on this, and maybe best to throw a buzzbait on this if it's real cold. Any like a popper or something like that I like to throw. I prefer the 7 myself, but you can utilize it on the 6. Now to throw the buzzbait, you would have to reel real fast every time. And if a big fish hit it, you have to try to catch up with it. So I choose the 7. So if you're looking for a reel to use your chatterbaits, your spinnerbaits, some of your swim jigs, some of your swim baits on, like the soft swim baits, I would choose a 6 series. Last but not least, what we use here at Flipping Crickets, reel wise and gear ratio wise, this is another Laser MG speed spool by Lew's, and this is a 5.4 to 1. This 5.4 to 1 is a workhorse, and as you can see, all I have are large crankbaits over here. This is a DT20. This is a Berkley dredger, and that is a 6XD, Strike King 6XD. Only time I really use that 5 gear ratio, truthfully, is when I'm offshore cranking. Anything that's doing 15 foot and more, I use that 5. I was mentioning earlier, the 6 has more torque than the 7, but the 5 has more torque than both. So essentially, this 5 gear ratio here, I can throw these and not have much fatigue. But if I try to throw these on this, I'll be looking like Popeye by the end of the day. So, and you all know, if you've tried it, you may not have realized why you were doing it, and your forearms were sore and all of that good stuff. You might have been doing a little bit much with your reel. It's a small thing that could go unnoticed, but it would make a difference by the end of the day. I thank y'all for watching. I had this on my mind, and I wanted to share it with you all. It's raining outside. The weather's not a good day to be out. I got to get some things done to my boat, but the weather's bad. So I'm sitting in the house. I said, what can I do for the people? Gear ratios. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to stick around for the season upcoming. We got some great things coming about. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And comment below anything that you feel like you would like to see, or just our take on it. We're not etched in stone. We're not pros. We're just having fun. So I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for being here. We're at the highest number of subscribers we've ever been, which is not a whole lot, but it's okay. I do it for the fun of it. And we have 680 subscribers now, but we're growing. No complaints.